again, friends, subscribers, and watchers alike. Welcome back to Headlocks and Hot Packs. And another nondescript box here on the table means that we've got another eBay purchase to be checking out here tonight. And I promise the box didn't come this damaged. That's from me ripping the shipping label off. But we've been doing one vintage basketball set rip basically a month now. And that's what we have tonight, 1993-94 Upper Deck Special Edition Basketball. This is a 225 card set with a little thank you note that we saw on the front there. So you're very welcome. Thank you for the set to the eBay seller. But back to 93-94, I'm not sure are these going to be in number order or not. They don't seem to be bricked up or anything like that, which is a good sign. We did some 93-94 a couple of months back. We did Fleer, my all-time favorite set. But here we go. A lot of people have probably seen these before. And looks like we are going to be going in number order. Scottie Pippen begins, but a pretty premium set at the time. Yeah, this is card number 1. And you can see they're very difficult to get in perfect condition because of the all-black borders. But unfortunately, in this one, no Jordan to be found. Of course, he was retired. Here's one of the Hall of Fame rookies that can be found, though. There's the Chris Webber rookie card. He was the number 1 pick from that draft. Little black speck. No, a little bit of dust on there. Again, that probably wouldn't be a 10. But a nice Webber rookie card for my Hall of Fame collection. There are only 3 Hall of Fame rookies in here. One was the Webber, of course. And then you've also got Tony Kukoc. And then Dino Raja will go into the Celtics collection as well, which I'm pretty sure I've already got that one. There's Vlade. Hersey Hawkins. Yeah, of course, Jordan was retired at this time. He did make it into a little bit of the 93 and 94 products, the ones that came out before this season, because he did retire kind of late into the summer, if I'm remembering correctly. There's a pretty cool shot of Latrell Sprewell, former All-Star. Kenny the Jet Smith, from formerly inside the NBA. I don't know that they've come up with a name for that show yet. But yeah, like I said, this was a considered premium, at least to me, at this point in time. This was one of the more expensive basketball packs. I think it was a couple of bucks. There's the Chief, KJ, and we got a second-year Shaq coming up. Putting the stuffing on, looks like maybe Muggsy Bogues there. Michael Williams, Steve Smith, and then Rick Smits, Pete Myers. I think we spoke about him in 93-94 Fleer. He pretty much took the roster spot of Michael Jordan, kind of, sort of. There is the Dino Raja rookie card. 2 out of the 3 Hall of Famers there. I didn't have too many of these when I was a kid. I definitely had some. I don't recall how I got them. I would get like random packs out of, you'd buy those old candy canes full of random packs around Christmas time. There's another pretty decent rookie, not a Hall of Famer, but you might have a case someday. Penny Hardaway. Jamming it home on the back. The glory days of the NBA, at least in my opinion. There's Reggie Miller, followed by Brian Williams, also known as Bison Dele. Despite MJ being retired, this was probably when I was definitely getting deepest into the NBA. There's Larry Johnson, Rex Chapman. So lots of guys from this era that I remember quite well. Bill Cartwright, there is the Worm, pictured with the Spurs. Of course, in some of the other products like Fleer that we saw a couple of months ago, and I think Topps. And I think he might have been an Upper Deck as well. There's a Vin Baker rookie card. But the ones that did multiple series, Rodman had multiple cards, because that was the year he was traded from the Pistons to the Spurs. So he has a Pistons card in most of the Series 1s, and then Spurs in Series 2. This was a late release, or a later release. I also think this is one of the first ones, I'm not sure on the timeline. Stadium Club may have come out before this. This was the first time for basketball cards that you really started getting foil names like we're seeing here. There's Charles Barkley. Some of these do look to be in pretty good condition. Not too much white on some of them. I think if you were to open a box of these, the chances of them being stuck together are probably pretty high, so I thought this would be a fun one to just do our kind of now monthly vintage basketball set break on. And it's much more affordable as well. Obviously you don't get a chance at any inserts or parallels or anything like that. But this one, I want to say was like just over 20 bucks shipped. There's a Sam Cassell rookie card, Dan Marley, and Mark Jackson, so lots of names, obviously, that I think people have at least heard of, if they probably don't remember. Well, the younger people might not have even heard of them. Horace Grant, like that's one that people would know, mostly from The Last Dance. There's the X-Man. Del Curry, Steph's Papa, Moses Malone, Lindsey Hunter, rookie card. I'm very familiar with this rookie class, even though, looking back on it, didn't really turn out to be as big as some people thought it could be. There's Baby Jordan, Harold Miner. Definitely nowhere near lived up to that nickname. I think he really only earned it from the dunk contest. There's a Nick Van Exel rookie card. There was a lot of guys from this class that were all-stars and had pretty good careers, such as Van Exel. That was a Patrick Ewing. Not one of those from this class, obviously. But Van Exel, Sam Cassell obviously had a pretty nice career. Made an all-star team or two. And then Vin Baker had a nice career, made a couple of all-star teams. We'll finish this off with a big old stack here, more than halfway through this one. Hopefully you guys enjoy these vintage rips. Not even a rip, but box opening, I guess you could say. But if you do enjoy them and enjoy this one, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to the channel. There's Dikembe. Rest in peace to Dikembe. Karl Malone. Reggie Jordan. A fake number 23. Dominique Wilkins. Bobby Hurley, rookie card. Ron Harper would go on to win some titles in the second half of the Bulls dynasty. There's the Kukoc rookie card. Speaking of that Bulls dynasty, Muggsy, Chris Gatling, believe it or not, did make an all-star team. I think it was only one. There's a Jamal Mashburn rookie card. Another guy who made some all-stars and had a really good career from this class. Antonio Davis, I think that's his rookie, and that's an Isaiah Ryder rookie. Eldon Campbell. I think his best years were with the Hornets. Last few here, fairly quick for a set break. Like I said, only 225 cards, and finish off with some upside down cards, some checklists, and then the only subsets that we'll be seeing, which focus on All-Star Weekend. So any good players? There's Ewing, B.J. Armstrong, Joe Dumars, Mookie, and Lloyd Daniel. That's kind of a weird choice to highlight on a checklist. And here's the All-Star Weekend subset. So lots more rookies, quote unquote, in here. Not true rookie cards. There's another Weber. Brian Russell, most known for getting crossed up by MJ in the finals. Van Exel, PJ Brown, and then again, I still want to call him J.R. Ryder. That's how old I am. Antonio Davis, Mashburn. There is Dino. He made it into the Hall of Fame primarily because of his European career, obviously. Isaiah Ryder with his East Bay Funk Dunk. And headlines, I actually forgot about this. There's one for each team. Celtics tradition still alive, despite obstacles. Very, very debatable sentence there. The tradition was, if it was alive, it was in the ICU in 93-94 for the Celtics, especially after the passing of Reggie Lewis, Danny Manning. That's Doug Christie there. Lakers were having a rough go of it at this point as well. Both teams of the 80s were in rebuild mode. And pretty much actually really all of the teams that won titles in the 80s. Another Shaq and Penny, or it mentions Shaq. Yeah, the Sixers were on the rebuild at this point. Obviously, the Lakers, Celtics, and the Pistons as well. And the final one, Bullets headlines. Aren't even that team name anymore. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Like I said, a pretty quick set rip, 225 cards. No MJ in here, a couple Hall of Fame rookies, but it was a pretty premium product back when it first came out. So if you would have told me I would have had a full set of this as an 8-year-old, I would have thought you were totally out of your mind. But again, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and no idea what's happening for our weekly rip next week, so we'll keep it a surprise. But we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.